Hey, it's 7 o'clock Wednesday night. You know what that means? It's time for Rebel Wrap Up, and you're watching FYNTV.com. We're here at Circuit World of Blue Ridge. I'm your host, BKP. We want to thank Blue Jeans Pizza for providing this meal tonight for the players and the coaches. We've got head coach Jim Pavo. I still write your name down. I just leave it there, okay?
Sure.
Head coach Jim Pavo, but I'm happy to say I didn't write anybody else's name down because I know all the guests. We got Coach Pierce here, offensive coordinator. We've got Andrew Pavo. Don't even have to look at the screen here. Cooper Earls and Brad Davis. Those are our guests here tonight. Hey, it is fall in North Georgia, and we're talking region football, so we got to get into that. Nothing better in North Georgia than football, high school football, 3A Region 7. Oh, thanks for the shirt, Coach. I'll give a shout out.
Only took 2 years.
I was getting ready to say, every week, for 3 years, like, Coach, you got my shirt tonight? Coach said, no. Finally, I got a shirt. But anyhow, that means Coach comes through. Sooner or later, I get my shirt, but I'm proud to have my shirt. Hey, first of all, before we get going here, on the our website, FetcherNews.com, at the top of the page, you'll find our Facebook logo, and you'll also find, you can follow us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter at Fetcher News. You'll see the logo. You can follow us. And on Friday nights, Daniel Jones is on the sideline for the Rebels. And if you'll follow us on Twitter, hashtag Team FYN Sports, hashtag Fandom Football. Keep up with us on Friday night when you can't make the games. Many of you may not be able to travel down there. You need to get together, carpool down. The Rebels are going to be traveling Friday night to go play Greater Atlanta Christian. That's in Norcross. That was a long drive.
Pretty good ride. It's about 100 plus miles.
That's a drive. But get together, carpool, go down and support the team. And that's Friday night. They're going down to play Greater Atlanta Christian. Fannin is 2-3 on the season, coming off the first region game with a loss against North Hall, 28-9. Let me give a couple details on the region before we get started with our guest. Region 3A, 3A Region 7, North Hall 1-0, Greater Atlanta Christian 1-0, Lumpkin 1-0, Fannin 0-1, East Hall 0-1, Union County 0-1, and Dawson has not played in the region yet. They will this week. Just to highlight for everybody following the region, Dawson County was over White County 46-0. Hall County 28 over Fannin 9. Lumpkin County 30 over East Hall 27. Greater Atlanta Christian 35 over Union County. Upcoming games this week, Dawson will be at North Hall. East Hall will be at Union. White County will be at Lumpkin. And again, Fannin County will be traveling to Greater Atlanta Christian. Coach, first region game of the year. Let's start off. North Hall comes up. You guys are in this game right to almost the halftime of this game, and our sports writer Daniel Jones says turnovers.
Yeah, I mean we're playing fairly well. It was 14-9. Actually, we were ahead 3-0, and took the ball right down, kicked the field goal, and playing really well. And we had a turnover just before the half, and down in our end, and they ended up scoring, but we're still right there in the game. It's 21-9, and we're playing pretty good. We came out in the second half, and we played well. We improved. We played well on defense. We got one touchdown, and offense, we were moving the ball. We just had some miscues, and we're things that are real correctable. And the kids played really hard. Real proud of their effort. We just had some things we got to clean up, and we'll be fine.
Let me go to Coach Pierce. Coach Pierce, the offense starting the first region game against North Hall. What do you think you got to do, I guess, to put those last couple pieces together to finish on the scoreboard and be on the top looking at the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, this last week, it's, like I said, turnovers. First two drives, we go down, we get points, and then from there on out, we had 6 more possessions, and we turned the ball over 5 out of the 6. It was a night where we punted one time and still only scored 9 points. So for us, that has been a big focus for us this week, obviously, is ball security. That's not been something that's plagued us in the past. It was just one of those nights that, just for some reason, we just, we were allergic to the football, as I say. We just couldn't hold on to it. So for us, we've got to put that behind us, focus on ball security. And then, again, there was nothing that they did that made that truly stopped us, other than we just fumbled the ball 3 times in a row in the second half. I feel like if that doesn't happen, then we're probably right in the football game, and at least giving ourselves the opportunity to win the football game.
Well, let me go right to you, Cooper. Okay, starting in the region play of first game. All 3 of you are seniors here, okay? And this is our 3rd year doing the show. And I remember having all of you guys on the couch 2 years ago, Coach's first year here, and talking to you guys about buying in. Okay, remember that? Are you buying in? Coach coming in, running a whole new offense, whole new defense. Coach McPeak was with us at that time. And we were talking about you guys buying in and making some big changes, running new offense, new defense. Last year, we talked about, hey, you know what? You ran this last year. Are you set up, ready to go now? A lot of the things out of the way. This is your senior year. It's region football. What do you guys have to do as far as leaders? Talk to me as the leaders on the field. What do you got to do to pump these guys? Hey, you fumble the ball, it's over. It's over. We got to go to make the next play. Talk about that, Cooper.
Well, being a senior leader, playing both ways, you always have to be the voice in your players' ears. They'd have a bad play. You got to say, pick your head up, shake it off, make up for it. You have to step up, and you have to play this game. And, for example, we had a couple fumbles, and we just had to step up and win. But most importantly, after the game was over, we had a senior meeting, and we basically said, look, this can't happen again. We need to practice harder than we ever practiced before. We need to get to work. We need to grind. And this week, and from a player standpoint, from my opinion, this has been the best week of practice since I've been at Finnegan.
Brad, follow up on that, because, again, 2 years ago, and that's where you and I met, we talked about buying into the new offense, running the offense of what Coach brought in. And then last year, same thing. We talked about, hey, we got that season behind us, but now you're a senior, and this is the year you have been working for since you started as the quarterback for the Fannin Rebels. Talk about that senior meeting. Talk about, hey, you know what? An INT, you're a quarterback. Plan to be a quarterback for 7 more years. It wasn't the last one, okay? Yeah. So it's got to be over. What did you guys talk about this week as seniors?
As a quarterback, I got to keep my composure the whole game. And I've learned from past mistakes that if I lose my mind, the whole team does. And we can't have that. But I think Cooper said it best. If somebody makes a mistake, you got to be the voice in their head. I tell my receivers, if you want to be great, make some plays for us.
Talk about that, Andrew. Let's turn it over to the defensive side, because you guys are in region play. And, I talk, I'd say, a little more direct to you guys. I just feel like I know you guys, and I know how hard you've worked, watching for the last couple years. Talk about that defensive side of the same thing. You know what? If there's a fumble and you got to go back out on the defense, hey, guys, we got to go out and do the job. We got to stop them. We got to get our guys back out here. Talk about that.
Well, when the offense, if they fumble the ball, intercept or something, that we can't get mad about that. We got to see that as an opportunity to just go out there and just get more plays in. It's just like, hey, if we get to go back out there again, all right, we get another chance just to show them what we got. And I think that right now we just need to pick our heads up, just keep going. That's it.
Coach, share a little bit. I have it written down from Daniel Jones, our sports writer, but share a little bit and put it together for everybody watching out there. You went out on the you always go out and you talk to the guys after the game's over. Everybody's circled up. Not everybody in the stands gets to see what you're out there telling the guys and what you're talking about after the end of the game. What did you tell these guys after that game?
Basically, to me, what I always talk to them, the mentality that I'm thinking. I know these guys want to win. And my attitude is that I've got to keep them together as a unit. They play hard, they practice hard, they've worked hard. They want to win as bad as I want to win. They want to win as bad as the fans want to win. They probably want to win more than all of us. And I felt that it was not my job to go over there and, chew them out because we didn't play well. My job was to understand that, hey, that's a loss, and we've got to get over that, and we've got to move on, and we've got to stick together. And they have. They've done a great job with that. I think, we have a lot of team unity. Our guys get along really well. We very seldom on practice field have any kind of issues, player amongst player. In the locker room, we never have any issues, player amongst player. And so, my thing talking to them is just to continue that, positive, lift each other up, and motivate each other, things that these guys are talking about. And we'll just be fine. We'll be fine at moving forward. We just got to continue. We've got at the same time talking to them about, we've got to correct the mistakes that we're making, and we've got to correct them fast because, in football you don't play 40 games or 35 games like you do in some other sports. You've got 10 chances, and and we're at the halfway point right now. So we've got to have a sense of urgency in the
Well, it is fall in North Georgia region football. So it is time, a most enjoyable time of the year for me. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching FYNTV.com. We're here at Circuit World in Blue Ridge with the Fannin Rebels head coach Jim Pavo and our guest. Again, thank you to Blue Jeans for providing the meal tonight for the players and the coach. That's Blue Jeans Pizza right over here in downtown. I'm your host. We'll be back after these messages.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want for just $6.99 each. And sweeten the deal with a Hershey's Triple Chocolate Brownie for just $5.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
The summer sell-down is on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings up to 16% off MSRP. Save over $4,100 off Malibu Limited, now just $19,500. Save $9,500 on loaded Silverado Crew Cab LT, now only $38,700. Save up to 16% off MSRP on select new Chevys in stock during the summer sell-down. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
And we're back. You're watching FYNTV.com. Rebel Wrap-Up every Wednesday night at 7 here from Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Again, we always like to thank Blue Jeans Pizza. We come in with 3 pizza, throw away 3 empty boxes because it's that good. Blue Jeans Pizza right over here in downtown Blue Ridge. I'm here with head coach of the Fannin Rebels, Jim Pavo, offensive coordinator, Coach Pierce, Andrew Pavo, Cooper Earls, and Brad Davis are our guest players tonight. First of all, before we get into this next segment, we want to give a shout out to Team FYN Sports Writer Player of the Week. Daniel Jones is on the sideline, and he always picks out a player of the week. Daniel does. And this week, Team FYN Sports writer, player of the week is senior tight end linebacker Jacob Reese. So congratulations to Jacob for being Daniel's pick of the week. You can go to FetcherNews.com, fan account, and click on Team FYN Sports and read the player of the week. And also Daniel's article. Follow us on Twitter at FetcherNews, hashtag Team FYN Sports. We're talking 3A Region 7 football. Guys, you're going down, Coach, we're going down to play Greater Atlanta Christian School. And tough competitor. Now, talk about when you know, obviously when you're coaching a team, you go into every game, every week, preparing for a tough competitor that can win on any given day. But talk about when you know what you tell the team, when you actually know you're walking in and you're seeing a tough team. And we got to call that like it is.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been talking to them all week about it, is our attitude, is that, we're playing a number one team in the state in AAA. And I wanted our guys to know that. They've got a Division I prospect, quarterback's already committed to Stanford, really good running back, they're really good on defense. And here's the thing that we're talking about is, this is not a series, 7-game series, where we got to go down and beat them best of 7. All we got to do is figure out how to beat them one time by 1 point. And, and our attitude is we're going to go down there and give our best effort and get after it and figure out a way to steal a win. And that's really our mentality right now. And we're not going down there to play pretty good and be respectable. We're driving down there to sneak in town, steal us a win, and just get back here as fast as they can before they realize that they lost. And so that's really where we're at mentally.
Coach, as far as your offense this week, looking at their defense and what you've seen last week in film against Union with them and what you've seen previous to that, what do you think about getting your offense this past week? You're right hovering around 80-some yards rushing and then 200 yards passing, 200-some yards passing, right around the 300-yard mark. I think we both know that has to come up and get a balance to play a team like Greater Atlanta Christian. So talk about
it. Does against them we'll have to be balanced. I mean, we can't be one-sided in anything because they're too good. They'll take it away. The biggest thing for us against them, I think, will probably be adjusting to their speed. Them on defense. In the back end of the defense, they've got some guys that can really run. So we're going to have to, have the intensity level up and be alert and be playing at our best effort if we want to be able to play with them. We know that. We've got some things planned for this week. We feel like we've got a really good plan, but it's going to be one of the best defenses we've played, and we look at it as a challenge. A lot of these guys, I think they look forward to that challenge. They want to get out there and prove themselves against a really good football team. So for us, we're just really excited to be able to go play, like Coach Pavo said, the number one team in the state. And, this is our opportunity to go shock the world and go play against a really good football team.
Well, guys, I for one, and me, I think Coach is 100% right there. I think you tell your team where they're going to play, who they're going to play, and you got to prepare that way. So, Coach, yes, you got a number one team. I would say to this, North Hall, and the difference in North Hall in this team you're going to see Friday night is turnovers with them are going to result in the scoreboard. And I don't want to say every time, but they're the kind of team, turnovers with them, you turn the ball over, they're going to the scoreboard with it. They're going to the end zone. That's the kind of team you're going up against. So, do we have to take the football home, tape your hands around it, make you sleep with it, kind of thing? Is that what
we have to?
We have to go with that, Coach. Is that what? If we had to put the football here, tape them up, and go to sleep, like this, and it's there in the morning, whatever we got to do. Guys, talk about preparing, knowing, in emotionally in your head, practice, knowing that you're going to step on the field playing the probably best ranked team in the state this week.
Well, I don't want to say we're getting notorious, but last year we beat the best team in our region, Dawsonville, in an upset. Mm-hmm. So I think having that mindset, us as a team, we need to go in there knowing we can win. If we are confident, when we play confident, we play our best. So we go down there and we just do as we coach, do our job, and I feel like we can go down there and we can, like you said, steal the win. Once again, upset the region and mess everything up.
What do you think about going and playing them, Brad?
I like challenges, and I think going down to play a team like this, you got to control the ball, like you said. I mean, they will capitalize off mistakes, but I just think we got to know our assignments and do them 110% every single play. Because if not, then they will score on us.
Well, I like what you said, Cooper, because I think you're 100% right. You need to know you can win before you get there, and when you get there, you need to translate it into a win. And I agree. You got to. It's not a bad attitude. You have to have attitude, not a bad attitude, but you got to have one. You have to have an attitude when you get off a bus. I can win here. What do you think about going down defense? This guy, you're going to be up against a guy that is, like Coach says, he's already committed to a big name school. You guys are going to be back there trying to keep your eyes on big number 16. What are you seeing on film? What do you think, Andrew?
Well, like I said, he's the number one drawback passer in the nation. Getting a pick off him would probably be the greatest thing you can do in a while, because there's just that really show Stanford who's committed to oh, I'm not sure if we really want this
I want to
guy.
take this one out of the air. Launch it up this way. I'll take it out of the air.
Cooper Earls just got to pick off him. Maybe we need him instead of this guy, right? And if we can beat this team, and I believe that we can beat this team. I know we do. We got good players. We got a great coaching staff. We got the best quarterback in the region, I believe. We got best receiver in the region. We got a great linebacker core. We have a stacked team, but everybody needs to believe it. Not just a couple people. Everybody has to.
Our fans included.
Yes, our fans. And we were talking about it in the senior meeting. It doesn't matter what the fans think. It's what we think, because they weren't out on the field in the morning at 6:30, still running, lifting weights.
You run at 6:30?
We were running at 6:30. Some of us individually too.
We have to come up there and check that out.
Yeah. They just weren't out there on the field, but still, still there are fans, and
they're behind you 100%.
Yeah.
And they're behind you 100%. Your fan base is. You have good fans. Coach, let me ask you a question. And I know we never like to go past the next game. It's Friday night, and that's the game you're focused on. But as I was looking around, and I've been looking at this region, this is a tough region.
Oh yeah.
I mean, are you guys talking about that? There's not a. I don't call it an easy football game. You don't have an easy Friday night.
I talked to our guys. That was another thing I mentioned on Friday. I said, I don't think there's really going to be a team that goes through this whole season without at least one loss. We've got a number of good teams. Greater Atlanta Christian is a really good football team, but we've got other good teams in this region that have capability. I mean, Union had their chances, and they're probably sitting on, man, we could have won that game. So I think there are other teams in this region that could beat them, and we feel we're one of them. And like Cooper said about us last year upsetting Dawson, we've been good for one upset a year. So this might as well be our big upset right here. We might as well take it right now.
Might as well take it right now. We're going to take, on that note, a 2-minute quick break, come back, wrap up. We got a couple minutes left here. You're watching Team FYN Sports Rebel Wrap Up, Fan and Football Rebel Wrap Up on FYNTV.com. I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break here, and we come back. And we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching Rebel Wrap Up live here from Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Come in and say hello to the guys. Just tell them, hey, fetch your news, Team FYN Sports, Rebel Football, something. Tell them we sent you, FYNTV.com, and they'll work out a deal with you today on anything in the store. Really, we want to bring up the region. It is fall in North Georgia, and what's that mean? High school football can't ask for a better time of the year. 3A Region 7. North Hall is in the region. North Hall is 1-0. Greater Atlanta is 1-0. Lumpkin's 1-0. Fannin 0-1. East Hall 0-1. Union 0-1. And Dawson has yet to play in the region. Upcoming this week, you can keep up with the region this week. Upcoming, Dawson is at North Hall. East Hall is at Union. White County is at Lumpkin. And Fannin County is going to Greater Atlanta Christian this Friday night. They're going to be down there, get together, carpool, go down and support the team. Coach, this Friday night, you're going to be going down there to play Greater Atlanta Christian. We've been talking about that. Go home, go down there, steal a win and come home. But all jokes aside, what do you think are what's the ingredients to do that? What's Fannin Rebel football have to go do?
We talked about that. You know, we're talking about we've got to take care of the football on offense. You know, when we get a 15 or positive game play on offense, or a big play on offense, we don't need to have a penalty to bring it back. We can't be in 1st and 15 offense. So offense, the recipe is just keep the chains moving. You know, don't shoot ourselves in the foot with a penalty, turnovers, that kind of thing. We don't have to make every play. You know, we've got to play good on third down, gain some yards on first down, play good on third down. Defensively, we can't give up big plays. They're going to be no huddle. We've got to take away the things that they do well. Certain routes they like running, certain running plays they like running. We've got to take those things away. And then when we get in third down, we can play good third down defense. And if we get a stop, again, we can't get a penalty, you know, to extend the drive. And you know, so that's kind of the formula for us right now. You know, and the coach talked about, you know, that 50-50 or balanced offense. You know, but again, we've kind of got offensively, just like Coach knows, he's going to take what they give him. You know, if they're loaded up the box, then we're not going to bang our head against the wall. We're going to have to throw the football. If they're playing coverage, then we're going to have to run the football. So they're going to have to do take what they give us. But we're going to have to play well. I mean, you got to bring your A game as a player. You got to take care of the football on offense. Defensively, can't give up big plays, and you got to put them in situations where you can kind of predict what they're doing on offense.
Well, they do a lot of things well. I just do know that the one thing that I really watched last Friday night is he's very good at rolling and getting you to commit that he's going to take off, and then there's a guy in behind you, and that he's strong at that. So I mean, that's a balance in that defense of knowing when that quarterback's rolling and he's going to commit and go, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good at pulling in and having a guy in behind you. 30 seconds each one of you. I'd like to go with this. You've already touched on it, but let's get an individual question. 30 seconds. What is Brad working on this week to do better at, to focus on? What have you been working on?
Just assignments, footworks, getting better on my reads, going through them, and touching the ball and trying to expand the ball out to some other receivers.
Cooper, what about you? What have you been working on this week?
Well, my big thing has been taking more of a leadership role on the team, on both sides of the ball, on defense and offense. You know, we need the hype guy. We need the guy that flies around. We need the guy that steps up and takes responsibility. And that's what I've been working on.
Own it. I like that. You got to own it. Hey, what have you been working on this week, Andrew?
I've been working on my pass coverage more, and also working more on tackling. I believe that I need to work on that, but, you know, everybody needs to work on tackling. You can never be too good at tackling. And also leadership. You know, everybody needs to work on leadership, because it doesn't matter how old you are. You know, if you're part of that team, you can be a leader.
Play between the lines and between the whistle, and don't make yellow your favorite color of the night.
Yes, sir.
Between the lines, between the whistle, and yellow's not your favorite color. Coach, same thing. Let's end with you tonight. As far as going down there, what do you see? We're talking about going down, stealing a win, and coming home. We understand the team you're going to see this week, but some of the ingredients on offense that you're seeing that you
Yeah,
have to put
offensively,
together.
I mean, like Coach Pavo said, we have to be able to take advantage of, what they are giving us. There are a few things that they give us. Definitely have to take care of the football, and I think third down will be the biggest thing for us. I mean, we've got to find a way to continue drives and continue to move the chains and keep the ball on offense and give ourselves opportunities to score. So, in my opinion, third down is going to be a big deal for us on Friday night.
Well, guys, you can win, and you need to know that going down. You need to know that getting off the bus. It translated to the field, because I know you can win, and I believe in you. Coach, thanks for my shirt. We wish you well Friday night. Again, get together, carpool. It is a long ride, but get together and meet somewhere and put a bunch of people in the car and take off to Greater Atlanta Christian in Norcross this Friday night at 7:30. Support the Fan and Rebels, and we will be back here next Wednesday, FYNTV.com. And don't forget, at 8 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday, I do a live show, a little politics, a little opinion. You never know what I'll get into. That's 8 a.m., FYNTV.com. We're at Blue Ridge, Circuit World, Blue Jeans Pizza downtown. Thank you. We'll be back next week.